Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Kind of a seamless pattern or a frame that's seamless pattern. That's what you need to draw right there. And there's many variations. And if we take a polygon tool, set on six-sided, make a polygon and hit P, that's important, and then change it to a three-sided polygon. That way it put the three-sided polygon in the center of the page. Doesn't really matter in this case because we're going to just take a 2-point line and go to the center and go outwardly. And you could, vary this and put it wherever you want it to. I have my parallel dimension tool. You know what? While I do that, I'm going to go ahead and draw my lines. Then I'm going to get my 2-point line and I'm going to turn off. I'm going to turn off the parallel dimension. So I'm going to go from the center outwardly. And like I said, you could put it anywhere you want. Now we're going to Control D and make a duplicate, double click and move it to that point. Doesn't look like it is, but it is. And then we're going to rotate it 120 degrees, Control D. So I don't really like the shape. I could have moved one of them down more, but that'll work because basically there's three equal parts. We're going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. So every equal part will fit there. Left click, right click. We're going to make sure our lines are grouped together and they're not. So we're going to Control G. I'm going to angle them a little bit and I'm going to bring them over to my subject. I'm actually going to squish them up a little bit, have a few more lines. We can always thicken them up later. Grab the two objects, as you can see down here, and go to the intersect tool. And what that did, let me move these out of the way. What that did, it intersected it, and we have that framework. And there's our lines. Now, at this time, we can make them something other than a hairline and make them black. And actually, you know what? Let's make the outline. I think it's a little too thick. Let's make it not quite so thick. I didn't pay attention. I think that's the same. Make them black. Now, Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and rotate it from here 120 degrees because there's going to be three of them. Then Control D, and you have that shape. Control G to group them, don't duplicate them yet. We're going to rotate them a negative 30 degrees so I have a flat side. And there's several ways you can do this part. I'm just going to mirror it. I'm going to Control G to group it, and I'm going to rotate it a negative 60. And I have that flat side. And then I can hit what I do is Control D and go like this and mirror it. And that's pretty cool within itself because we could put one more and let's just do that. Let's put it to the center. That's off, not what I was planning on doing. Control D, and I think it'd be 120 degrees. So go 360. So that's a cool look, but that's not what I was going for, but let's keep that. So I'm going to make a plus key of that. And that would still work. Let's group this together, Control G. Let's make it something even. My ratio's locked. Let's make it 12 inches. And let's set our nudge factor on 12 and Control D and move it over. Control D, Control D. Because you don't have to, do just the single file stuff. I'm going to Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, and I'm going to take that and have it snap to it. Now, if I go Control D, they're going to keep going downhill, and it doesn't really matter, but if you'll do this, Control G, Control D, and then go straight down, you have less of an angle. Let's do one more. Now, if we group these together, Control G, And let's go ahead and put it in the center of the page. And we'll put, and you could add colors. I don't know what's going on with my pick tool when I pick something that turns blue. If somebody knows what's going on, please tell me. I've got a setting off. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. I hit P to put that rectangle in the center of the page. So I'm going to use two weld tools here. I'm going to hit P so they're equal. Matter of fact, I'm going to reduce this in size because it's getting too big. Now I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page, and I've still got that red line. And if we take it and select it, which is selecting both items, we can go up here to the intersect tool. And it takes just a second, and then move those over. See, we have our framework. So now we can do two different things. We can keep that as a pattern. Let me get rid of this. Let's go ahead and go back to the center of the page. And we could leave that as a pattern. I'm going to hold down the shift key and double click on the rectangle tool. That put a border around it. If I hold down the shift key, it'll grow from the center. And then instead of the intersect tool this time, we're going to hit the trim tool. And the trim tool is going to take that center out. And now you have a border. And of course, you'd want to take away the red line. That looks pretty good. That actually looks better than the one I'd done previous. There's a lot more lines to it. Let me make them about equal. Kind of look at them side by side. So it's two different looks. The other one, I would have just not done the polygon shape. I kind of like them both. This one's actually a little bit differently. So instead of making that polygon, I just made lines of, let's just do that real quick to make it seem more sense. Rotate it in negative 30. And this way we'll just have Control D, just the lines. And then Control G and rotate it 60 degrees. Now we got a flat side, and I'm going to Control D and I'm just going to, let's just move it over. There we go. It worked. And you could just keep going, you know, as many as you wanted, but I'm going to Control G, Control D to duplicate and just have it snap to there. And then if you hit it the first time, you're going to have that right there. So now let's group that together, Control G. I'm not going to work in the center of the page. I'm just going to take my rectangle tool. And since this is a group, I can select both of them and go CE, and that put it in the center. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the intersect tool. Intersect it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this, and I'm going to reduce it inside by holding down the shift key and move it over. The frame is going to be quite thick, but I'm going to use the trim tool. Trim tool is pretty cool to cut stuff out like that. And then I'm going to take away the line. So it's two different looks. This kind of, from a distance, looks like seashells in a way. Anyway, all that from a triangle. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.